Danny, you have a new segment
I do.
for a new educational part of our show.
Yeah, it's going to be called Falcon's Fast Facts.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really roll off the
That's a terrible
tongue.
name.
What? It's an alliteration. Yeah, no, it does.
How about
Dumb Danny discovers.
I like that, Bill. See, that has some moxie, right? What do you think, Nat? How about that one?
I agree. I like that it has 3 Ds and his name is Danny.
See, that works.
3Ds as well.
Did anyone...
The alliteration and his name is perfect.
Are we skipping over the dumb part?
All right, so what exactly is Dumb Danny discovers covering today?
I guess I'm... Does this say Ernest Hemingway? No.
Ernest Hemingway. That is literary great Ernest
my God.
Hemingway,
No.
who received a Nobel Prize today, October 28th.
I don't want to interview Ernest Hemingway.
And the good thing is we have him right in the studio. Why don't you come right in on Ernest?
What?
Yes, finally.
Hey, Mr. Hemingway.
Hey, Ernie, what's going on?
Hello. How are you all today?
Hi, Mr.
We're all right,
Hi.
I guess.
How's it going?
How are you?
What, are you all afraid to speak?
No, I just wasn't.
You don't mind if I put my feet on this table, do you?
No.
Of course not.
My feet are hurting from a days on the space safari.
Yes, it smells like a dirty beach and tequila.
Well, that's the only thing I like to do when I'm not shooting a space animal.
Are you okay, Ernest? You're wearing a hat made of palm tree, is what it looks like. I assume?
I fashioned this hat myself. Something I've been trying to do to take my hands and build. And I won't let a woman make my clothes anymore.
Oh.
So I've decided to take nature and break its will and fashion it into clothing for myself.
Well, it seems like you haven't taken a shower in about, I don't know, 7 days, a week.
I bathe in the rain like a wild beast because that's what man is at his truest heart.
You don't believe in showers, is what you're telling me.
The sky showers, doesn't it?
Once in a while, but you can never know. I mean, sure, Key West.
And only the sky can bathe the true man.
In very inspiring words.
So what am I here to do today?
Not really sure. I thought I was here to educate the masses.
I heard that I was going to teach you something today. And believe me, I think that's a tall task because you, sir, are a damn idiot.
Thank you, I guess.
Your name? What's your name again?
Danny Falcon.
Falcon. You look more like a gosling. Like a pathetic, flightless bird that needs to be fed with regurgitation.
Oh, Kavach.
Like Ryan?
That's right, Rich Quinn.
Are we doing this again? Are we going to do this thing where you badger
What would
me?
you like to learn? What are you asking me today?
Actually...
There's so much I could teach you. I don't even need to start with your question. I could just begin. First off, a man grooms his beard properly or doesn't groom it at all. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what is that on your face?
A resemblance of a goatee.
Did you wear that hair away by rubbing it on a vagina? Is that what you've done?
Worn it away?
Because it looks soft.
Soft.
It looks soft and it looks temporary.
No, I mean, this is real. This isn't a fake, if that's what you mean.
How about I teach you something that the world knows, the universe knows, I do well, which is the craft
of bullshit.
Of writing.
Okay, well, yeah, please teach me how to write, if you can do such a thing.
Listeners, I'm going to take over now.
Oh, of course he is.
Because, what's that?
You know what?
Yes, Bill, my good friend Bill.
Why don't you teach the kid how to write a scary story?
What an ingenious idea from a true man, Bill Laser.
Yeah,
on this Hallows Eve, to teach you, a little boy who could be trick-or-treating.
I'm not a little boy.
A little nutless strangeling.
None of that is true. None of that is true, listeners.
Who could trick-or-treat without a costume because he's so queer. I'll teach you how to write a truly scary story. A story that will give you chills.
Will it? I dare you.
Of course it will. Step 1.
Step 1.
The first thing you must do is to establish a style of prose that is immediate, and uncompromising. Do you understand?
I believe so. Uncompromising, yes.
If not, I'll hit you with a thesaurus.
You have one on you.
I always keep one handy in my back pocket with extra ammunition. Number 2, pick a title. Now, that may seem something that you may do at the end of a story, but that's absolutely wrong. And if you think that, you probably pee sitting down.
Well,
I'm saying you urinate like a woman.
You're saying you've never seen me urinate, so you don't know. So.
I can assume by the piddle in your pants right now. Those extra drops that you can't manage to squeeze away because even looking at your penis is a disappointment. Your own penis.
You guys wonder why I didn't want to do this.
Pick a title that makes no goddamn sense because at first an author must be a salesman. Do you understand?
Yes, a salesman. You have to sell.
So you're writing a scary story. What would you title it, Falcon?
Me?
Gosling.
Me? I'd call it The Haunted House.
Of course you would. You would choose the most derivative and pathetic title imaginable.
You want to know why I call it?
A true... What would you call it that? I'd like to know.
Oh, you would?
I would like to know, just to be able to gaze into the mind of an imbecile for one moment.
You know why I'd call it House of the Haunted House? Is because I heard a story once about you where the house you live in Key West is haunted. Is that true? Not true?
My home with my beautiful six-fingered cats. Yes, I do live in a haunted house because I'm not afraid.
And you know what's interesting? You want to hear the story I'd tell? Because I'm a salesman, right? The story I'd like to tell is how you keep a skull of a Native American man on your desk.
Of course I do. The Native American man is a proud symbol of savagery.
Huh.
Here's something you may not know about that story, is I acquired that skull through my own endeavor. Oh no, not digging up with your ridiculous pantomime. I was able to acquire that skull with a Luger Magnum. That's correct.
You killed the man.
Oh, I didn't kill just a man. I killed a proud Indian chief in front of his children. Do you understand? Because savagery must only be repaid with savagery. Do you understand?
And you're a savage man.
As all men are.
Maybe that's the title.
Step number 1.
Savage man.
This is a countdown.
We already went over step number 1.
That was step number 3. Listen carefully.
I am.
You must pick a tragedy, a true horror story. Listen, horror is a truth you cannot escape. Just like a child born into a man's body who has no idea how to use it, who becomes of age and is like a flaccid member, just piddling about and dripping useless fluid that is empty and vacuous.
You're talking about me.
That's right, Gosling.
My name's
Who else would I speak to?
My name's Falcon. And I thought you were here to educate the masses on how to write a true story. I think you just came here to go ahead and, emasculate me in front of my friends.
I'll admit something. I'll admit the truth. I did come here to emasculate you again. But only because I think so highly of you.
What? You gotta be kidding.
Mr. Falcon, the last time I berated you, I saw something in your eyes. It was a dull, very soft fire that could only be described as temptation.
You saw temptation in my eyes?
And I came back to see if that fire had grown into a strong, muscled, and veiny member.
Oh, hey. And? Is it?
And of course I am left utterly disappointed.
Oh, God.
Danny Falcon, you couldn't muster a pubic hair if you were bathed in testosterone, drinking rare wine in the arms of a loving woman.
I'll tell you that I have been in the arms of a loving woman, and I have plenty of pubic hair. I'll show you.
I'm sure your mother does love you. Gosling.
How dare you? How can
And
we?
that's enough learning for one day. Laser. Yes, Laser. Laser always likes to give me a little bit of my own words to inspire myself with.
I thought there'd be good words to inspire Falcon over here.
Well, of course, Laser, I had to pick such a meaningful quote of mine to leave for your listeners.
Okay.
And that is, of course,
Yes.
there is no lonelier man in death except the suicide than that man who has lived many years with a good wife and then outlived her. If two people love each other, there can be no happy end to it. And that is a real ghost story for you all today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you again, Ernest Hemingway.
Wow.